Crawford Canelo. How do you see that one playing out?
I've been saying Crawford by stoppage.
By stoppage?
Yeah.
Crawford stoppage?
Yes, sir.
You truly believe that could happen?
Yeah. I've been saying it for months, since way back now.
What makes you think that? Because Canelo has got, from what I can see, one of the best chins in boxing.
Because sometimes you get a Usyk. I think Terence Crawford is like Usyk. He can fight both ways. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. He wants to prove something. I'm not biased because of this. I mean, I met him when he was 12 years old, came to my...
Shannon Briggs has made a bold call on the upcoming fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Meanwhile, Ronnie Shields shared his excitement for the matchup, saying both men will enter the ring strong and in peak condition. He's leaning toward Crawford, describing him as a smart, unpredictable fighter who switches stances and can create real problems for Canelo. Shields added that Crawford won't just circle the ring like some past opponents and praised his counterpunching skills along with his complete tool set. He believes Crawford will present Canelo with challenges he's never faced before, and if he were in Crawford's corner, his strategy would be to use reach and attack the body to create openings.
See that fight playing out?
I think it's going to be a great fight, number one. I think both guys are going to be in great shape, like always. And look, I'm favoring Crawford because I just think Crawford is an awkward fighter, and I think he's going to give Canelo a problem just because he switches both ways, and they're going to be running all around the ring like school did. Crawford is a great counterpuncher also. Crawford is everything a fighter needs to be, and I think he's going to show Canelo different things that he hasn't seen before.
Absolutely. And Coach, if you were training Crawford, what would be some of the keys to victory that you would tell him?
Use your reach and touch his body.
And that's the key. That's what's going to open up Canelo Alvarez.
Showbiz the Adult said there's a reason Terence Crawford often brings up Ricky Burns, calling that fight an important moment in his career. He noted that even when opponents like Madrimov seemed tricky, Crawford stayed composed, boxed smart, and got the job done. According to Showbiz, Crawford relies on his natural gifts, timing and reflexes, to land clean punches, but he also takes shots in exchanges. He reminded fans that Crawford was dropped by Mean Machine, hurt by Gamboa, and caught by Sean Porter. Showbiz pushed back on the idea that Crawford will suddenly fight in a completely new way, pointing out that at 38, he's still the same fighter. Terence Crawford will always be Terence Crawford.
The reason why Crawford always brings up Ricky Burns because of this.
Burns needs to knock him out of that. Body shot wasn't the best.
Was the previous one?
In there.
That's Crawford, y'all. That's Crawford. That's the same one against Madrimov that y'all said Madrimov was too tricky. He ain't too tricky. Just box. Terence Crawford, even if he starts off boxing, at the end of the day, he uses his natural gifts, his timing, his reflexes, and everything to land great shots on you. And he does it, bam, and he gets hit in the exchange all the time. Got dropped by a Mean Machine doing that. Madrimov was popping, Gamboa rocked him. Sean Porter was catching him because he throws his. And y'all keep saying, well, in this fight, he's going to be totally different. He's 38 years old. That's what he's been. Y'all like Terence Crawford won't be Terence Crawford. No, I'm expecting him to.
However, Shannon Briggs believes Terence Crawford can stop Canelo Alvarez, even with Canelo's reputation for having one of the best chins in boxing. Briggs compared Crawford to Alexander Usyk, saying both fighters build momentum as the fight progresses and can change styles effortlessly. He also pointed out Crawford's intense drive to prove himself, something Briggs says he noticed back when Crawford was just 12 years old training at his gym.
Canelo, how do you see that one playing out?
I've been saying Crawford by stoppage.
By stoppage?
Yeah.
Crawford stoppage?
Yes, sir.
You truly believe that could happen?
Yeah. I've been saying it for months, since way back now.
What makes you think that? Because Canelo has got, from what I can see, one of the best chins in boxing.
Because sometimes you get a Usyk. I think Terence Crawford is like Usyk. He can fight both ways. He gets stronger as the fight goes on. He wants to prove something. I'm not biased because of this. I mean, I met him when he was 12 years old, came to my gym.
Briggs said he recently saw that same determination in Crawford's eyes and believes that mindset gives him an advantage. While he respects Canelo and admits he could be wrong, he feels the sport is ready for a changing of the guard. Briggs made it clear he's not great at predictions and stays away from betting for that reason, but his gut tells him Crawford has what it takes to stop Canelo.
And I can see something in his eyes that I seen him in Turkey the other day, and I said, I still see that in your eyes. There's something in there that says, yo, I want to prove something. And that's the best thing in the world, champ. We're going to see it. I could be wrong. He could get stopped. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's going to stop him because Canelo good, but it's time. It's time for something else now. Now listen to me. I'm not great at predictions. I'll say that right. That's why I don't gamble. The champ don't do no crime, and the champ don't gamble.
Roy Jones Jr. believes a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford wouldn't be decided by weight alone. He thinks Canelo's ring IQ and strategy would play a major role in the result. According to Jones, if Canelo follows a smart plan and uses his strengths effectively, he has a strong chance to win. But if he loses focus or gets careless, Crawford could seize the moment and turn the fight in his favor.
Well, the weight won't be the factor. The factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. If Canelo comes out and does what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. If Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins.
Jaron Bootsennis also leans toward Canelo in this matchup, pointing out that Canelo has beaten bigger fighters even though 168 pounds isn't his natural weight. He noted that some of Canelo's opponents likely rehydrate to around 200 pounds by fight night, yet he still handles them well. Ennis believes the fight would be thrilling for fans, but suggested Crawford take a tune-up bout at 160 pounds first to adjust to the size, stay sharp, and avoid a long layoff before facing such a huge challenge.
You gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60, maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200 pounds, and he dropping those guys like that. So, I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So, so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight. At like 60, or like at least at 60, just to get his body. The feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavier and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff.
Kermel Moton said he hasn't made an official prediction, but is backing Terence Crawford. He explained that Crawford has a broader skill set and can adjust his approach mid-fight, whether it's using footwork or fighting up close. While showing respect to Canelo and recognizing his greatness, Moton described him as having a more limited style that relies on forward pressure, slick head movement, and counterpunching. He believes Crawford's speed and adaptability could give him the edge to outpoint Canelo in the ring.
Terence Crawford, who you got, champ?
I don't have a pick. I feel like I'm a root for Crawford, and so I just feel like Crawford is more multi-dimensional. He can do more things in the ring. He can get on his toes if he really needs to, and then he can also bang in the pocket, obviously. And I feel like Canelo's a great, but I feel like he's more one-dimensional. He's just gonna put that pressure, slick head movement, try to come with them counters. But I just feel like Crawford gonna have a speed advantage, and he gonna probably just outbox Canelo. But I don't have no pick right now, but I'm rooting for Crawford.
Jose Benavidez Jr. voiced full support for Crawford in a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez, noting that many are counting him out because of the size gap. He emphasized Crawford's high fight IQ and smart approach in the ring, expressing confidence that his intelligence and strategy would give him the upper hand in the matchup.
Counting Crawford out, he's smart, he knows what he's doing. Canelo, he's not that big of a guy. He obviously weighs more, but you can't take nothing from Crawford. He goes in there to win. So I feel like it'd be a good fight. It sucks that my brother didn't get the opportunity, but only Canelo knows why it didn't happen. And you just gotta keep moving forward. Gotta keep moving forward. But it's gonna be a good fight to watch. I got
Benavidez Jr. also praised Crawford's skill in switching stances, saying it adds another layer to his adaptability in the ring. He noted that while Canelo often holds a psychological advantage over opponents, Crawford would bring a different mindset and strong tactical discipline, qualities Benavidez believes could allow him to take control of the fight.
He adjusts. He's a smart motherfucker. He adjusts. He not only does he switch from southpaw to orthodox, but he's just he has a high IQ in boxing, and that's what I feel like. All these fighters that go in there to fight Canelo, they already go in there scared, is what I believe, that which already beats him, So Crawford's gonna go in there to not gonna go in there and fucking. So I mean, I have it going Crawford, bro. To be honest.
Boozy Andis expressed strong confidence in Crawford's ability to beat Canelo Alvarez. He praised Crawford's skills, movement, and power, saying he wouldn't be passive like some previous opponents but would take the fight to Canelo. Andis also highlighted how Crawford's tough upbringing built his resilience and added that he could mentally frustrate Canelo as the fight goes on.
Like I said, Terence got a great chance to beat him, man. You know what I mean? Terence can box, Terence can move, Terence can punch. You know what I mean? Terence ain't gonna be doing like Skull. Terence gonna fight you. You know what I mean? He's Terence from the streets, man. You know what I mean? He know what to do. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it. I think he's going to wind up frustrating Canelo.
Andis went on to say he believes Crawford could even stop Canelo. While acknowledging Canelo's reputation for having a strong chin, he argued that Canelo has never faced a puncher as sharp and precise as Crawford. He also noted Crawford's readiness to attack the body, something even big punchers like Gennady Golovkin avoided, which could force Canelo to lower his guard and create an opening for a potential knockout.
I think Terence going to do what he do, man. I think Terence might stop him. He might stop him, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Canelo Alvarez got one of the best chins.
Yeah, but hey, listen, he ain't been hit by Terence though. Terence can punch, man. You know what I mean? I know he's been in with some of the great punches and all that, but them punches gotta be placed right. You know what I mean? And Terence placed them punches, man. Them body shots, man. I don't see too many people go to Canelo body. Have you seen that?
Not really.
Not too many people.
Even Triple G, who's a good body puncher.
Yeah, but
everything was up top.
Everybody, and he got a hard head, man. So I would go to the body, go to the head, and go back down to the body. And then once you keep on going to that body, he's gonna drop his hands. Once he drops his hands.
However, Stephen A. Smith confidently picked Terence Crawford to defeat Canelo Alvarez by decision, saying he has no doubts about it. While he expressed admiration for Canelo, he believes Crawford's boxing skills and movement can outscore him. Smith also criticized Canelo's tendency to rely on power punches, arguing that approach won't work against a fighter as skilled and mobile as Crawford.
Crawford, you gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo. You can outpoint him.
That's right.
And when I think about Canelo, one of the things that I don't like about Canelo, despite his greatness, and a neck as wide as Broadway for crying out loud.
Right.
The thing that I don't like about Canelo is that it's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yes.
And that's not beating Crawford. I will confess, I think Gervonta Davis's trainer,
Stephen A. Smith added that Gervonta Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, may have been the one who warned Crawford could be in danger if he chooses to trade punches with Canelo, who is naturally bigger and stronger. Smith stressed that even if Crawford matches him in weight on fight night, Canelo has more experience at that size and always comes well prepared. He described Canelo as the slower fighter but praised Crawford's boxing skills, stance switching, jab, and movement. Ultimately, Smith predicted Crawford would win on points with his speed, but didn't expect a knockout.
Crawford could find himself in trouble, and I'm not sure it was him, but I think it was him. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble if he decides to engage with Canelo, because Canelo is the naturally bigger, stronger fighter. And I don't care that Crawford's gotten bigger, and I don't care that Crawford's going to go in there just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight, and Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always
prepared.
He's always ready. He's always prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster. But I don't think he's gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia said Canelo isn't as quick or aggressive and often fights in cruise control, which could make things easier for Crawford. He praised Crawford's high ring IQ and believes that if Crawford fights smart, switches stances, and keeps the action unpredictable, he can win by decision.
This is a different matchup. Canelo's not as fast, not as aggressive. He kind of goes on cruise control. He's not one to use his strength as size to dominate all the time. Sometimes he's like, say, just cruise control, which allows Crawford, I think, to fight a little bit more comfortable. Crawford's IQ, I think, is superb. So I'm actually thinking he might pull it off.
If you were Crawford, how would you fight Canelo?
Box, counterpunch, box, switch, from left-handed to right-handed, just make it complicated for Canelo and win the decision. You're not gonna hurt him, so win the decision.
So who do you think's gonna win?
I think Crawford's gonna win.
You think Crawford?
I think Crawford's gonna win.
By decision?
On the other hand, Regis Prograis said he thinks Terence Crawford has a chance in September, though he's not certain he'll win. He admitted it's hard to pick Crawford despite being a big fan, but noted that in boxing, everyone has a chance.
Like, Terence Crawford has a shot in September?
Yeah, I think he got a shot. I wouldn't say he's gonna win, but I definitely, everybody got a shot for sure. I think that man, it's hard for me to say that Bud gonna win, bro. I'm a huge Crawford fan, bro. I've been a Crawford fan before I was supposed to fight him.
Danny Garcia believes Canelo Alvarez is nearly unbeatable at 168 pounds, saying the division suits him perfectly. He pointed out that Canelo has already defeated the top names there and holds a clear size and strength advantage. If Canelo faced Terence Crawford at 168 today, Garcia would still pick Canelo to win despite Crawford's talent. He feels the only fighter who could seriously challenge Canelo at this weight is David Benavidez, and no one else comes close.
At 168, I just can't see nobody beating Canelo at that weight. That's his weight. He beat everybody at that weight. Like, that's his weight. Like, that's a perfect weight for Canelo. So, Canelo faced probably better competition. He's gonna be the bigger guy, stronger. So, if they fought each other right now at 168, Crawford got the skills, but I'll probably go with Canelo because I really can't see. Oh, besides Benavidez, that's probably the only guy who could probably beat Canelo on 168, but I can't see nobody.
Oscar de la Hoya also questioned Terence Crawford's chances of beating Canelo Alvarez, citing Canelo's power and natural size advantage as major obstacles. He noted that Canelo could rehydrate to nearly 200 pounds by fight night, making him even harder to overcome. While De La Hoya respects Crawford's ability, he said that if Crawford were to win, it would be a legendary achievement in boxing.
Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Fact Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway.
Sam Jones, a strong supporter of Terence Crawford, believes the size difference will make it hard for Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez. While he respects Crawford's skills, he feels Canelo's power and muscular build will be overwhelming. Jones described Canelo as a strong, powerful fighter who may not be tall but has exceptional strength, and he sees that physical power as a major factor that will make the fight very tough for Crawford to win.
I prefer Crawford. Listen, I'm a big Terence Crawford fan, right? I think I love Terence Crawford, huge Crawford fan. I just think in this fight, he's just going to be too small in this fight. Canelo is massive. Like, he's a unit. He's not tall in stature, but if you've been around Canelo, he's just a lump, isn't he, Canelo? He's a right lump, and I just think Canelo would be too big for him.
We haven't had a chance to...
Greg Hackett said he's unsure how Terence "Bud" Crawford will approach a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but he doesn't believe Crawford can knock him out. He added that if Crawford thinks he can, that's his decision. Hackett gave a slight edge to Canelo, noting that moving up to 168 pounds might make Crawford more cautious. He explained that while Crawford has speed and power, Canelo's strength at this weight could force him to be more careful and less aggressive with his punches.
I can't say what a man can't do, you know what I mean? But do I see that happening? Yeah. No, I don't see it happening, but if he believe it, hey, I want to see.
Who would you favor in that fight? You like Bud by decision?
Slight edge to Canelo.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Bud. I'm a fan of Bud. I think Bud is a great fighter, but I just think 68 is gonna make him a little bit hesitant. He gonna feel good. He gonna be strong. He gonna have some good speed, but I think he's just gonna be a little bit hesitant. He won't pull the trigger.
That's all for today's video. What's your take on this matchup? We'd love to know what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe.